Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Once again, we're here to see, examine, and conclude to what is the best strategies, tactics, and boosts for this racing weekend for this week's event, the first event of 2023. It's East Asia event, as we all know. I hope we helped you with our last video and you managed to qualify to the opening round. For the opening and final rounds for this weekend, we are going to race in Hungary, Australia, Imola, Silverstone, Austria, Italy, Spain, and Abu Dhabi. That's the tracks we're going to see. And let's get down to it. First, the first track we're going to see, the first track for our weekend is Hungary. And here we have a relatively, let's say, slow track. We don't have places, we don't have spots to go very fast, except of the finishing line, the beginning of sector 1. As you can see, more or less, we need grip, we need corners, maybe some aero in some open corners, but open turns, but speed is not a big factor here, although there is a lot of overtaking in the beginning of sector 1, which is the red sector. So let's see. By the way, this is a track that isn't so needy in tire management, so we can go with the softer compounds, medium and soft, and go for a lot of laps with them. So in my opinion, the best strategy to go for your for our first driver, and I'm going with it, is one pit stop and 5 laps with a medium compound and 3 laps with the soft compound. Downforce and Nazar is our choices here. Downforce, our first choice. We will go. We can push even in the first stint, because the medium compound without pushing gets the 5 laps in Hungary. So with downforce, which gives us a little tire management, we can push a little bit even in the 5 laps, and of course in the second stint with the soft compound and only 3 laps left, we can push a lot. For our second driver, I'm thinking to do exactly the opposite. 3 laps with a soft compound and 5 laps with a medium compound. We can go with Nazar here. If we go with downforce for our first driver, then we can go with Nazar for the second driver. But we can even go with Taurus or Frost, which these boosts gives us even more, even bigger tire management, and we will be able to push in the second stint even more. And this is because in the last round, especially in the last lap, many of the drivers would probably be out of fuel or out of tires, and we can overtake the drivers that are slowing down. So we will need to have a good tire management boost. So maybe Taurus or Frost, which gives us, of course, corners and grip. would be the right choice here. If you don't want to go with uneven stints, you can use again one pit stop, but you can go 4 laps with a soft compound or even medium if you don't have good tire management, and 4 laps with a medium compound, and then our boost will be purely corners, grip, so it's Jin, Kawai, maybe Skal, maybe tune in. So because Hats gives us a small, but there is a possibility of raining, 12%. That's why you see suggestions for a wet race. 5-3 for our first driver, Prince Dragon or Tune In for our first driver, and 2 equal stints for lap seats, Hex or Char. I don't know which is best. I'm going to decide. It depends what you're going to do with, you know, the red, the yellow, and the green buttons. Probably I'm going with Hex, but I'm not so sure. And that's it. If it rains, there is a small possibility, but you never know. 12% is 12%. So, track number 2, Australia. Well, here we're going to change our suggestions from last time. If you have seen my live streaming, you have probably seen that last time in Australia we lost from a guy that went for 2 pit stops, not 1 pit stop, and while it happened, I told you that we're going to check out this and we're going to test this strategy. So here are the changes we've made for Australia. Okay, of course, let me remind you that here again, here Hats gives us 30% of 30% possibility of raining, so we will examine a wet race too. And by the way, 5 out of 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 5 out of the 8 tracks we have for this weekend could be wet races, so a lot to see in this video. Let's get back to Australia. And well, one strategy we can follow is equal stints, 4 laps each with a hard or with a medium compound if you want, but with a medium you won't be able to push a lot. And Oud, Jin or Kawai, different approaches here. Oud for a quick pit stop, and Jin and Kawai because Australia is not again like Hungary is not a fast track. It's a track that needs grip and corners, so that's why Jin and Kawai. But I'm more leaning into a strategy, into the second strategy you can see, which is 3-5 or 5-3. 3 with a soft compound, 5 with the hard compound, or the opposite, 5 laps with a hard compound and 3 with a soft. I will probably go with this 5. The first stint would be 5 laps and the second stint 3 laps. And here we want a boost with good tire management, so that's why we and grip and corners. So that's why we're going with Taurus, Eagle, and or Frost. And let's see the second strategy we're going to try. That guy beat us in the race with this strategy. So why not try it? Two pit stops, three stints, only soft tires, 3-3-2 as he played. But okay, sometimes we do it 2-3-3. It depends on how the beginning of the race goes. So the start of the race, 3-3-2. Most probably we will go like this, and dead fast Eclipse or Firework. Dead fast because it gives us a little bit of tire management. It would be the best choice, and that's what he did. So we are copying and copy paste the strategy, and we are going to try and make it work for us. If it rains, then one pit stop, 4 laps, it's stint with tune in, wood or tulip for a fast pit stop. And for the second driver, 5 laps with a wet compound and 3 laps, of course, with a wet compound. And we can do it exactly. We can do exactly the opposite. 3 laps the first stint and 5 laps the second stint. Tune in and wood if you want to go for a fast pit stop. Char and frost if we are going, if we decide we want to push a little bit in both stints, because 5 laps is difficult to get with pushing in Australia, with pushing the red button. So that's it for our second track, and for our third track we are going to Imola, one of our favorite tracks. As I told you long ago, this is the track where we always have to, if you are in the middle of the pack and behind, always do the undertake. This means first stint 2 laps with a soft compound, and then you get 3 laps with a medium compound in order to push these 3 laps. Give it all, overtake everyone, because everyone is pitting in laps 4 and 5, in laps 3 and 4, and that's how you can end up beginning in the grid, in the beginning of the race 15th, 18th, and finishing the race 3rd, 5th, 3rd, even 1st. So let's see it. I told you. Of course, I have something alternative to suggest you, because some of you may not want to go with 2 pit stops, but I'm going 2 pit stops for both of my drivers. This is for me the quickest strategy. The first for the first driver, we're going 2 laps with a soft compound, 3 with the medium and 3 with the soft, as I told you before. Dead fast Eclipse or Instinct or Firework or Hex or Gladiator or Lumberjack, you know, all of this. For the second driver, we will go 3 laps with a soft compound, 3 laps with a medium compound, and 2 laps with a soft compound in the end. Again, one of Dead Fast Eclipse, Instinct, Firework, Hex, Gladiator, Lumberjack, all the fastest boosts you have in your arsenal. If you don't want to go with 2 pit stops, then 1 pit stop with a medium compound. You can use Street Shark, because with a medium compound you will need tire management. And if you go with a hard compound, then you can use Lumberjack, Deadfast, Eclipse, Instinct, Gladiator, Firework, Hex. The hard compound can make 4 laps in Imola easily. And by the way, I just remembered that one question you sent me, one of you sent me, asking about what drivers to use. Okay, I wrote back, but it's a good question, and the drivers we're using, first of all, we use the best drivers we have. Uh, that's a no-brainer. Okay, but sometimes when it rains, maybe we have 2 drivers in level 8 and 1 driver in level 7, which is the best in raining, like Norris, and one of our drivers that is in level 8, in a higher level, not level 8, it can be level 5 and level 4. In a higher level, it's Max Verstappen, which is very bad in rainy conditions. Then you could probably think and take the risk of using, let's say, not a worst driver, but okay, less in a smaller level driver, but which is so good in wet races that it is better to use him than some driver in a higher level. This happens a lot with Norris and Verstappen, because Norris is the best driver probably in wet conditions in a FENA class. So if there is a big certainty of raining, you can go for it. But this weekend, the highest possibility of rain is 50% in Spain. We will see it in a while. I don't think you should risk with 50%. If it was, let's say, 75 and more, yes, it would worth the risk. But with 50%, I think it's a big risk. Well, that's how I'm thinking. I wouldn't change drivers. Anyway, I think yes. So about how we choose drivers, we always choose the 2 best drivers. And if you have seen a video that I made with my friend Jake 1 week ago, I think, the best 4 drivers now in the game are Hamilton and Verstappen, the best 2, and then Russell and Norris, let's say, in the second place. So choose the 2 best drivers you have, and only if it's a wet race, then consider making changes and using the best driver you have for rainy conditions, even if he's a level behind than your best drivers. So that's it for the question you had, and let's go to track number 4, which is the Great Britain. Here again we have 25% possibility of raining. So, and here it's a very mixed, let's say, race. We need corners, we need grip, but there are 2 nice straights in sector 2 and sector 3. which are where we can use fast boosts. So let's see what we have decided for this race. So for our first driver, we are going with what you see in the third line. We're going with 2 pit stops, soft compound in every stint. 3, 2, 2 would be the stints, and we are going, of course, with Hex or Instinct. Of course, we can go with Eclipse or Firework, boosts that have overtaking too, but I think the best choice here is Hex. Of course, we can go with Lumberjack too, which has the speed and the overtaking. This would be my first choice. My second choice would probably be 4 laps with 1 pit stop, 4 laps with a medium compound, and then 3 laps with the medium compound and Nazar as our boost. We could do Taurus too. It would give us the opportunity to push the red button more. Alternatively, we can go 4 laps with a medium compound and 3 laps with the soft compound. Then we would need Taurus more. Or if you don't have Taurus, you can use Frost, because 3 laps with a soft compound, if we want to push, we need a lot of tire management. And there is a third option. We can go with medium and hard compounds. Then we don't need tire management so much. That's why we're going with Palm or Gin. But for me, this is my third option if I can't go with the first two. If it rains, and as I told you, there is a 25% possibility to have a wet race, then we are going with 1 pit stop, 4 laps with a wet compound, 3 laps, of course, with a wet compound, and the exactly opposite for our second driver. Frost or Reindeer for one driver, Char, our first choice, Iron Force or Cranberry for our second driver. We could probably think here to go with 2 pit stops, again 3-2-2 probably, and Hex, but I haven't tested. I haven't tested this strategy, and I don't want to make you decide something that I'm not so sure that it's going to work, to have at least decent results. So let's go at the moment for now with these strategies, and when I test something different, I'll be back. I'll be here and I'll be back to tell you what happened. So track number 5, Austria. Okay, fast. Well, I always say this is a semi-fast track because it doesn't have. It has lots of medium-sized straights, lots of corners. It's a track that mostly needs acceleration and then grip or corners or speed. So that's why my first driver on Saturday is going with Herald. We have tested Vice, but now we are going to test Herald, which has 5 which gives us 5 in acceleration. So medium compounds in both stints 5 and 4 for our first driver. Herald would be the boost we're going to use. Alternatively, we can go with Vice, maybe with Hook, but I want to test Herald here. I haven't done it before, but I think it would be a good choice. And for our second driver, we are going in a completely different direction than other times we discussed Austria. We are leaving behind speed, and we're leaving behind acceleration, and we are going either with overtaking, which is Eternal Flame, or grip and corners, which is downforce. I am probably leaning towards downforce, but it would be a last minute decision what we're going to do. And of course, there is always the third option with 2 pit stops, 3 equal stints, soft compound. Of course, would and tune in to have quick pit stops and not lose too much time in the pit lane. Yes, as Austria is one of the 3 tracks on the weekend that there is not going to be any rain. Yep. Okay. The boot. No, Imola. Yeah, the boot. Imola, sorry, Monza. This is another track that we have succeeded a lot of times. We have managed to get good results. So let's see how we did it. So I am probably going with strategies 2 and 3, which is 2 pit stops for each driver. The stint, which is 2 laps, would be with soft compound, and the other 2 stints with a medium compound. And as you can see, Deadfast, Gladiator, Eclipse, Firework, Hex, Lumberjack, you know, all the very fast, sorry, all the fast and furious boosts you have, you can use here. And but if you don't want to go with 2 pit stops for both of your drivers, then the medium compound with Street Shark, 4 laps each stint would be a good choice. You can go with a hard compound in both stints. Then you can use boosts without tire management. Deadfast, Gladiator, Eclipse, Firework, you know, all these. You can use them, and the hard compound easily make 4 laps in Monza. If it rains, and there is a 25% possibility to rain, then for our first, at least for our first driver, we're going with 2 pit stops, 2-3-3 probably. It all depends on the start, if we have a good start or not. Hex or Eclipse would be our choice for our first driver. For our second driver, 1 pit stop with the wet compound. The wet compound here behaves like the hard compound, so it would give us 4 laps, not with a lot of pushing though. So if you use Deadfast, you have to be a little bit conservative in pushing. If you want to push a lot, then Frost, because the wet compound is in the middle of medium and hard compound as far as how many laps you can go with the wet compound. So in Monza, most of the drivers will pit most of the bots will pit on the third and on the sixth lap. So 4-4 would be perfect, not to find a lot of opponents in the pit lane when you pit and make a quick pit stop, and be on the track when the others pit and push to overtake them while they are pitting. The same goes with the undercutting 2-3-3 with Hex and Eclipse. So that's it for Monza. And the seventh race for the weekend is Barcelona, Spain. Here we have a big enough straight at the beginning of the race in sector 1, but we have lots of corners and we need a lot of grip in sectors 2 and 3. That's why you see we mostly go with grip and corners, and secondarily we think about speed. So our first driver, 5 laps with a medium compound, 3 laps with a soft compound. Nazar or downforce, the choice for him. For our second driver, we can go either 3 laps with a soft compound, 5 laps with a medium compound, and there we can use, if we use for the first driver downforce, we can use Nazar for the second driver, or we can use Street Shark if we want to use the speed and the overtaking of Street Shark in the straight of sector 1, or Butterfly, which gives us a little bit of fuel too, and we can push a little bit more, and of course we can go with 2 equal stints, 4 laps with a medium compound. We don't need tire management here. It's easy to go 4 laps with a medium compound in Spain. That's why we choose Kawai or Jin. Here I would probably go with 5-3 downforce for the first driver and 3-5 Nazar for the second driver, but it's not a bad decision to go 4-4 and Kawai engine, because the boosts are great and they will give us an edge in this against our opponents in this track. If it rains, and here is the track with the biggest possibility of raining, 50%. If it rains, then we can go 5-3 for the first driver. I think I'm going with this. Char, Dragon or Frost would be our choices, and you can go 3-5 the second driver, and again Char, Dragon and Frost the choices for both our drivers, or we can go with 2 equal stints again, 4 and 4. Then here we can go with tune in for corners and a quick pit stop, or we can go with Hex, which is, you know, run with Hex. We can run like hell even when it rains. That's it for Barcelona, and finally we are going to Abu Dhabi, and here speed, speed, speed. That's what the 3 things we need here is speed, speed, speed and speed. Okay, now that we got this out of our way, of course I'm using the first line for both of my drivers. 233 and 332 for the two drivers, only soft compound, Deadfast, Eclipse, Firework, and all the others, Fast and Furious boosts. That's how I'm going. But if you think it's better with one pit stop, then 4 laps with a medium compound, each stint. Street Shark would be the best choice because we need speed, we need overtaking, and to get 4 laps with a medium compound in Abu Dhabi, we need tire management too. Alternatively, we can have Eternal Flame for the overtaking, but I would suggest to stick with Street Shark if you have. That's it. Oh, that's it. So, that's it for this weekend's tracks. I hope you got some ideas. As you can see, we changed some strategies. We are always trying to find new things, and we changed some of the strategies we had in some tracks. Some we keep them because they work perfectly fine, and if it's not broken, why change it? So I wish whatever you use, whatever strategy you use from this video will help you qualify from the opening to the finals and then get you as high as possible to the final round. That's why we make these videos. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you get the notifications for the videos we are doing, for the videos I'm doing, and when I'm going live, in order to join and have the live sessions all together. So till next time, have nice results and be good. Bye.